So Preston Tucker got started designing his new automobile designed concept in 1944. He hired a designer by the name of George S. Lawson to come in and design the car. In fact, it was George that was the one that actually coined the term the Tucker torpedo, a term that Preston Tucker actually heavily discouraged. He didn't like the name, and the reason actually made more sense than you'd think. Tucker didn't actually like the name the Tucker torpedo because he didn't like it reminding people of World War II, as a lot of people were returning from World War II and didn't necessarily want to be reminded of all the people that had been lost by torpedo. So Tucker decided that it would be better to call the car the Tucker 48, because he had hoped that the car would be done and ready for sale by 1948. Now, it took Lawson close to a year and a half to actually come up with his concept for the Tucker 48. It wasn't actually seen by the public until about 1946, 1947-ish. When Preston Tucker made the Tucker Motor Car an official company, Lawson was made chief of styling. But by the time that the design was released to the public, Lawson had already stepped down and walked away from the company due to a disagreement between him and Tucker. It's suggested that him and Tucker did not come to an agreement on what could be done with the car versus what should be done with the car. Tucker had some rather over-the-top design ideas that Lawson felt were not practical in the everyday automobile, and they come to an impasse. So Lawson decided, forget it, I'm not going to design that. It's not practical, there's no way you can do it, I'm leaving. At that point, a designer from a design firm that we will call Design Firm A came in by the name of Alex Termelis. Alex took Lawson's design and made it a little bit more Alex's. And that was what was generally used for advertising from that point on. Now, Alex had a 3-month contract with Tucker. At the end of that 3 months, Tucker did not renew that contract and Alex was let go. From that point, Design Firm B came in that had 5 different designers involved. The lead designer on that team was J. Gordon Lippincott. At that point, they finally got to clay and they made 2 separate clay designs of the car. One design was the Lippincott design. The other design was more based on what Alex had designed. That's because Alex had come back to work for the company again. Ultimately, it was Alex's design that became the Tucker 48.